Well, good evening. I'm John Futrell, aka John at the Movies here on YouTube. I'm standing outside the Cinemark Theater in Paducah, Kentucky, where I just saw the RiffTrax version of Starship Troopers. I've enjoyed the RiffTrax presentation before here, and this was pretty good. I don't think it was on the level of the last two for a couple of reasons. One, I guess the sound of this movie, the 90s as opposed to the mono tracks of some of the earlier films, it sometimes obscured what the guys were trying to riff on. You didn't hear it as well. And of course, another thing was the gorillograms to celebrate the 7th anniversary of RiffTrax. I think it was the 7th anniversary, but I think it was Kevin who had gorillograms come through. Of course, the gorillograms came through during scenes that involved nudity, and I'm guessing that was their way of getting that out of the way so it wouldn't be as R-rated. Kind of disappointed. Would have wanted to hear them turn into horn dogs or something when they saw some of these scenes. I guess we can't expect them to do showgirls anytime soon, because there'd be gorillas throughout that movie and you'd never see anything. But all in all, pretty good stuff. Had a couple of references to Denise Richards. There was one scene when someone asked her what she was doing later, and the joke was Matt Dillon and F. Campbell, a little something for the Wild Things fans, and they kept referring to her as worst Bond girl ever. Only one reference to Charlie Sheen, and it's probably just as well. And of course, some talk about Neil Patrick Harris becoming a big sitcom star, while the rest of the cast went into obscurity. But all in all, a pretty good evening at the movies. Pretty good crowd, mostly in the first few rows. Get up close for those bits of pre-show trivia. I guess my favorite was the one about how this was based on a novel by Robert Heinlein, making this the only science fiction movie not based on a novel by Philip K. Dick. I thought that was pretty good. What else was there? The anagrams, like they had the words Olympus has fallen scrambled, and when it unscrambled, it read White House down, a reference to how similar those two films were. And if you want to see this again, well, you're going to have to wait till September 12th. That's when they'll do a special rebroadcast at theaters. And if you're looking for another RiffTrax live event, that'll be October 24th, close to Halloween. They'll be riffing on the original Night of the Living Dead. Definitely want to see that one. And I guess Saturday night, for me, it'll be back to the 80s at the Stardust Drive-In in Watertown for a documentary about drive-ins called Going Attractions, and then Breakfast Club and Lost Boys. So, looking forward to that. Until then, I'm John Futrell, a.k.a. John at the Movies on YouTube. See you at the movies.